selectors. So I hope you practiced all those selectors. Huh? You tried working with all the selectors. In the notes, I given you those selectors, examples and all. And now we need to work with the styles, handling the styles, dealing. So we need to know how to define the styles and work with the styles. So actually, after knowing about how to integrate styles and how to use selectors, using selectors, now we need to learn about so various style attributes. So we have to learn style attributes. Lot of style attributes already we learned in different occasions along with HTML actually. Now we need to know about the style attributes here. So what are the style attributes and how we can use them? So first we need to understand in the style attributes, the first concept generally we call as a box model. Box model. Box model is nothing but actually arranging contents, with margins and spacing actually. That is called as box model actually. Contents with margins and spacing. So all these considered as box model. So one by one we will see how to handle them. First, in the style attributes, we have to learn about how we can use margin. So how to use padding, how to use borders. So margin, padding, borders. These are the first important options. So what is margin, what is padding, and what is border? This comes under the category of box model actually. So let's see. So a simple point to understand here. Usually, so we have, suppose the page. So this is the page actually, page. And you have a content here. We have content. Now, around the content, some space will be there. Around the content, some space will be there. This space around the content is called padding. This is called padding actually. The space around the content is padding. And around padding, so you have a border. Around the padding, you have a border. So this is border. So border is present around the padding. And around the border, the space between the page and your content is margin. We call it as margin. So margin is space between the border and page, and padding is the space between border and content. So we need to define the margins, we need to define the padding, and we need to define the border. Already we used them. So generally, when you are configuring the margins, what attributes we have? We have an attribute margin. Margin is shorthand actually. Shorthand means all sides. You can keep margin all sides with margin. We have separate like margin left. We have like margin right. So we have like margin top. We have like margin top. So we have like margin bottom. We can apply the margins in this way. Only left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin. Or if you give margin, it will apply all. So you can give all sides, you can give any specific side. So for example, if you have some paragraph here, so let's put some paragraph. So just I'm adding a paragraph. Okay. And this is a paragraph. And I'm applying the effect here. For paragraph, I'm giving some border as 2 pixel solid. Later, all border options I will tell you. Actually, we have this border. Now let's run this and see. You can observe it will display in this way. So this is actually paragraph here. This is the border. Now I want some space between the border and the page, space between border and page. Then I can apply margin. Actually, we have to write margin. Margin is all directions. Here I can write margin 10 pixel and 10 pixel. So 50 pixel and 50 pixel like this. That means 4 values I given. It will be like this. That means margin will be applied in this way. Or you can simply give so some 30 pixels. All directions 30 pixels it will come. If you want specific, then what you can do, you know already. So margin left. So I define as 10 pixel. So margin right. So margin right as 10 pixel. So margin top as 50 pixel. So margin bottom as 50 pixel like this. Your wish, you can give anything and it will be like this. Bottom margin you can observe only when any another content is present. And we have used this in various occasions, right? Similarly, so when you define margin, we have padding also, space between the border and content. Suppose temporarily alignment I given as text align as justify. Okay. And I want to keep some space between the border and the content. Then that we define with padding. Padding also same. So we can give padding, that is shorthand. This is all sides. We can use like padding left. We can use like padding right. We can use like padding top. We can use like padding bottom. So these are the padding options available, right? So we can configure that padding. So that means padding is space. So if you want to set the space, then you can adjust that here. Suppose I am writing here padding padding left as 30 pixel. That means left side space will adjust for the paragraph. Similarly, padding right as 20 pixel. So right side some space will come here. Similarly, padding top I defined as padding top as 20 pixel or 30 pixel. So the top will be like this. And we have padding bottom as 20 pixel. It will get the padding top like this. That means it is going to apply the padding. So it is going to define the padding here. You can keep in all directions, or you can configure in this way. Define and configure in this way. That is the padding, how you define the padding for the content. Right. So padding is the space. Next, we have another important is, so we have margins, we have padding. If you want all sides in the same way, then you can just put here padding and some 20 pixels. It will give padding 20 pixels all the directions, so that you can configure with the help of padding. So all these days in several examples we have used it, but we have to professionally learn in the CSS correctly what options it is having and how it affects. So we have margin, so we have padding. Another important, so we have border. Actually, border have lot of options same. Actually, border is shorthand. Shorthand means all styles, all effects, actually effects and all effects, and it is going to apply all colors. So that means all effects and all directions actually, and directions. Actually, border has, see, so many are there, lengthy very. Actually, we have border style, we have like border color, we have like border width. So border width is actually separately we can define. I given shorthand actually. So we have, so border some width. Border width I given as 10 pixel. Okay. So that is size, border width 10 pixel. Okay. And we have border style. Border style like solid, like double, like dotted, like dashed, like groove. These are all border styles actually. So you see here, after defining border width, you can't see anything here. So we have to add border style. Border style I given as, suppose, some groove. And you can see border style groove means it will come like this. So it is like a groove style. So we can write border style as dashed. It will come with a dashed style like this. So border style like double. So it will come like a double. We have a border style as solid. It will come like a solid. So we return like groove. It comes like groove like this. That means we have border width, border style, and border color. So here we have border color. Color we want like, suppose red. It will apply the border color red. So these are actually border related options. We also have border image. I will tell you later. First, border style, border color, border width. Actually, all these three we are applying earlier like this. Like border, we are giving 3 pixel, that is actually width, and solid, that is style, and red, that is color. So we were applying all these three at a time in a shorthand way, but actually we can separately write them. Actually, we can separately write in direction, like you have border left style, you have like border right style, so we have like border top style, so we have like border bottom style. So many are there categories. Or you can simply write similarly, we also have border left color now, so we have like border right color, so we have like border top color, separately we can apply. We have border bottom color. Similarly, we have so border, so left width, so many options are there. So border right width, we have like border top width. So we have like border bottom width. You can separately write them. So many attributes are there for border, so that you can change them separately you can change them. Actually, for this also you have so we have effects, means shorthand. Suppose border left style, border left color, border left width I want to change. We have a shortcut like this. What I can do is I can simply write here border left. Here I can say this is size, this is style, only for border left. This is color. Separately you can write, or you can write like this. This is for left border. So many techniques are there. So you can separate them individually, you can write them together. So that means now see here, I want some special so appearance here. I'm not writing like this. So what I will do is I will write here, so border left. Border left some 5 pixel, so solid and red color. Okay. And border right also. Border right, I will give 5 pixel solid. Yeah. And here 5 pixel, I said double, and some green color. Okay. Now you see only border left and right will be there. Left and right will be there. Okay. Now border top. So 5 pixel. So that is solid and red color like this. And border bottom as 5 pixel, solid, double and green color like this. And you can see its appearance will be like this. Suppose I given 15 pixels, so border, and you can see it will be like this. You can give even right color separate, top color separate, left color separate. You can have combinations. Every border you can give individual. Separate thickness also. That depends your requirement. That means suppose top I want 5 pixel, bottom also I want 5 pixel. Then I can change the size like this. Top and bottom 5 pixel, left and right. It's depending on your requirement. This is actually so border. So in all directions, you can individually control the border and configure the border. For that, so many attributes are there. So we have like border left, border right, border top, border bottom. You can configure all these options and define them technically. So this is generally how we specify the borders and use them. Border have another option, that is border have an image. Border have image. But to apply border image, So we need to correctly configure the effects. To apply the border image, we need to correctly configure the effects. It's very important. So I will show you here how we can manage that. That means correctly configuring is nothing but actually border image. First, we need to set here border. So border as 10 pixel. So that is solid and color transparent, because even you give the color, it will not be displayed. Remember, first you have to write the border. Border is some 20 pixels, but transparent. So that means here it is, there is border but transparent. On that transparent border, we have to apply image. So we have a border image. Border image. So we have to define the URL. So border image, we have to set the URL. That means what is the URL? You have to define that. Border URL. Generally, when you are configuring the URL. So in this URL, important point is when you are applying the effects. In the border URL, you have to put a picture in such a way that it is suitable for border. That means unnecessarily, so don't try any large images. It will not perfectly work. It will not perfectly work. So you have to make sure that you are using image suitable for border. Suitable for border. Correctly, you have to use the image suitable for border. That's important. So I will show you means how we can define and how we can use that. So that means the image suitable for border is important. Okay, let's see. That means let's open MS Paint here. Let's create an image actually. So I will take a small image here. Adjust the page height and width. Take a small image here. Small image here. Okay. Let's keep this image. Okay. And I'm designing some image style here. 1 second. Wait for 2 minutes. Okay, let's continue. Right. So here we are defining an image. Let's draw one image here like this. So that is a small image here we have. Okay. Let me keep this. Remember, you are drawing an image suitable for border. So make sure that it is very small and it suits border. That's very important. Okay, here I'm adding this and scroll down. Okay, one more. Fine. This is how I created a simple image for border. Like this, we are creating an image for border. And let's fill up some color. So we are filling up with some color. So the blue and red combination. Okay, fine. Let's adjust the size correctly. Okay, and save. And I will save in our project location and name in the images assets. So say border dot png. Okay. Now let's use that image here. Border image I'm giving here. So that is assets slash border dot png. Now it's not enough. Border image is defined and observe carefully. The border image, you see, it is in the four corners. It is in the four corners, border image is present. Remember, it is mandatory to mention border. If I don't give border, border image will not come. So border is important. Even if I give any border color, right, suppose red color like that, it will not display that color. Images only will come. So image will dominate. So we should not waste time in these colors. So just give transparent and image. But see here, it is displayed like this. Border images have different other styles also. That means I given URL. Now border image, not only URL, you can see border image have some other options like repeat, round, space, stretch. That means how you want the border to appear. Repeat, round, space, stretch like that. Suppose I say repeat. So you can see there is no change in repeat. Suppose I said round. So you can see there is no change. Suppose I said stretch. So there is no change. Why? Because after defining, so repeat or round or stretch. So one more option you need to mention is actually border requires, so image also requires how much style you want. That means you can put a fill style, you can put the space. That means width, how much you want, how much percentage border you want. Suppose I given as suppose 70%. I give as 70%. So that means it will give 70% of border. I given as suppose 40%. It will give 40% of border. Like this, it will come. Size also important. Size also important. When I give 40%, and that means based on the width, so or 20%. So here it will be like this. You can see the percentage. So how much it will stretch, it will change. Suppose I given as 40%. So it will be like this. I given as some 50%. Then it will be like this. That means 50% is Okay, 40% is good. Now it is having stretch style. Instead of using stretch, we can use the options like round. It will be like this now. Instead of stretching, it will keep the image round like this. We can have different styles like fill style. So it will be like this. So it depends on here how you want, and you have options like we have repeat style. So we can display accordingly. And remember, it completely depends on the image that you have designed. Sometimes people come with a complaint that, sir, border is not working for me. It will work. Only the point is you have taken some image which is not suitable for border. You take large photos and try to apply them, you will not see them properly. So because border has only few pixels size, so that means here I mentioned, so 60 pixels border, then it will be like this. In that pixels, it should display the border. So in that case, we have to make sure that the image that we designed is accordingly. So otherwise the border images will not come. So technically, how you configure the borders. So and border with image, we have an image. Image have usually URL. Image have style like round, stretch, and thickness. That means size. How much size you want, you need to define that. That depends on how you configured the image will fit onto it. These are actually border images. So border have colors images in. When you are applying borders, one more option is we have box shadow. While using the borders, you have box shadow. Actually, box shadow, so we'll have left orientation. So we will have like means horizontal. We have horizontal. So we have vertical, and we have blur, and we have color. These four options will be there in a box shadow. You can apply, so when you are applying the border, you can apply box shadow. So I given border as 2 pixel solid, so solid and red color, or 12 pixel solid red color. This is border. I want to apply the box shadow. So that means, suppose how you define the box shadow for the borders. Just box shadow. In the box shadow, horizontal 10 pixels, vertical also 10 pixels, and blur is 2 pixel, and it should be red color, gray color, or say like black color, black color. Observe carefully. I will explain those 3 points. You see the border will come like this. Now the first value is horizontal, actually. First value horizontal. That means the border will move right side and left side. Suppose I given here, first one horizontal, 20 pixel, and you can see that the border will move right side. You see it will move right side. Suppose I given minus 20 pixel, it will move left side. Left side border will come. So that is left and right. So 10 pixel, that is right side. Second value is vertical border, vertical shadow. Suppose I say 20 pixel, then it will come down 20 pixel. So again, I am writing like suppose 40 pixel, it will come 40 pixel down. That is 40 pixel. So 20 pixel, it will come like this. And the third value is blur. That means the border is very solid. So I say, so some 6 pixel, you see the border will blurriness will increase. Suppose 10 pixel, more blurriness will come for the border. Suppose for 30 pixel, you see more blur will be there. It will not be a solid border. Just a blurred border will be displayed there. And if I give 0 pixel, then it will be very solid border. So you give suppose 30 pixel, you see it will be blurred with any color I given here as yellow. So that means yellow border will be blurred there. I want a solid yellow, then I will just give as 0 pixel. So that will be 3 options actually. Suppose that means horizontal. We have horizontal how much, vertical how much, blurriness how much, and which color box shadow we want. So that you have to define by using border. So that is with the help of shadow, you can configure it and you can define with the help of shadow. Now border have one more option. So that is we have border radius. Radius is nothing but curved. So that means you can give the border radius, but in border radius, you have several options. That means several options means, so if you want the border radius, you can use like this. So border radius, you see here, border radius, we can give as some options like, so top left radius, 20 pixel. Similarly, border top right radius, also 20 pixels. Similarly, border bottom left radius, so that is 10 pixel. So the border bottom right radius, that is 10 pixel like this. That means 4 corners are there. Those 4 corners you can adjust the radius. That means you can display the style in this way. So top right and top left, more border is there, more curved it is there. And here we are having border bottom normal. Sometimes people ask like how I can put a curved border, means a circle border. Actually, if you give more radius, it will become circle. There is nothing like circle border. It depends on how much radius you are giving. That means how much radius you are giving. Suppose we have a div. So image source is equal to some assets, some shirt dot jpg, and width is 200 and height also 200. So we have an image, and to that I want to apply a border. I will just give img. So border as, so 5 pixel solid and blue border, or so I will give as some dark blue. Okay, that is the border. That looks normal, the border. And now I am giving as border radius. Border radius is a shorthand. All directions you can keep. So 50 pixels I given border radius. It looks like this. And I given as 150 pixels, then it will be circle. There is nothing like a circle border. It depends on how much radius you give for that. Depending on the width of the image or content you are having, height we are having, you can keep your contents in border. You can design the border for any content. So not only for paragraph, for image, for div, for forms when you are designing. So even this you can apply for a table, because table is already having a border. And if you want to apply this for table, you can use for tables. Depending on to which element you want to apply, you can configure. Table borders, image borders, anywhere you can apply the border and define, even for the text boxes also. That means when you are designing like form elements, suppose I given a field set, so with a legend, so username, and here we have a text box. Input type is equal to text, and id is equal to control or a class is equal to some form control like this. Now that is general text box actually. That is the general text box. I want to set this text box. So then you can see we have a class for that. So we have to write form control class, and width I given as 100%. Okay, that means the width will be adjusted, and height is some 40 pixel. The height also will be adjusted for that. So some 30 pixel. Okay, height will be adjusted for that. And we have border radius. Border radius is some 20 pixel. Then you see the curved box will come. That is for text boxes. So some 10. Then you see the curved will be there. That is for text box. And of course, we can change the border as 1 pixel solid, some some gray border I defined here. It will be like this. You can change the thickness of that particular border and display. You can even keep the box shadow for that. So box shadow, so 2 pixel, 3 pixel, and 4 pixel. So some green color, and you can see the box shadow will come for that. You can apply for any kind of elements. I am entering some John, some name like this. You can even define the options like, so how much padding they need to apply. So padding is related to the contents, actually related to the content. So that means how much padding you have to apply for that. So the 5 pixel padding, it will give us the direction all sides. So this is generally you can apply for any kind of element, any kind of elements. So suppose I am designing, so another div. So here I said some select, and we have an option select city. And for this select, it's an ordinary select. So I given this as, so class, the same form control class I'm applying for this with the border and effects. It will apply that. So that is for drop down. Also, you can give the same. So that depends on your requirement. You can configure this for not only for paragraphs, any element you can have a border, you can have the effects and display them. That is generally borders, border radius, border box shadows, and border images, how you can configure and apply. So that is how we are giving the effects and defining the effects for. This is all under the concept of, generally people keep all this under a concept called box model. So that means how your contents can be kept in a box with spaces, with borders, with the margins. So with the different border styles, how you can configure them. These are all the box model. Another important is when you are working with the borders. One more important is image. As I already told you, you can configure and display the image. And we have to learn about the concept of how we can give colors. That means in CSS, we have colors. In CSS, we have gradients. And in CSS, we have the options called units. These three are very important to understand. Once you start applying effects, we need to know how to give the colors, gradients, and units. Actually, colors, we learned few already. So we learned about color can be defined with color name. And we learned about hexadecimal or decimal. Already we learned hexadecimal in HTML. We learned about already hexadecimal, right? I given you two ways of using the colors. One is color name, and hexadecimal. Hexadecimal, what is the minimum value in hexadecimal? What is the minimum value in hexadecimal? And what is the maximum value of in hexadecimal? Remember, what are the minimum and maximum values in hexadecimal? So the minimum and maximum values 0 to F, right? That's what we have learned. Yes, 0 to F are the minimum and maximum values, right? So we already know two things, color name and hexadecimal. Here you have in CSS additionally you can apply RGB. One is RGB, another RGBA, red, green, blue, alpha. You can apply these also. Gradients also will be there, that's a separate one. RGB means red, green, blue combination. All the colors are mixed with RGB only. And here we have to give red value, we have to give green value, and we have to give blue value. And every color value can be 0 to 255 only. Red value, green value, blue value can be 0 to 255. For example, if I want to apply the color, so here I am writing here body. So for the body, I am using background color RGB. In RGB method, so we have red value 0, green value 0, blue value 255. That is blue. Automatically you can see that is blue, and it applies the tag. So we can apply the background or foreground, any color, border color, anywhere you can apply this. So here, so suppose this is 0 and second one is 255, that is green color. It will apply that. And this is 0 and this is 255. So that is the red color. And I am adding some 100 green, and I am adding some 200, so like blue. Then it will change with this shade. We can change with the more. Suppose this I given as 50, then it will get more darker. I am changing this to 50, and it will be more red like this. We can apply the colors, we can mix the colors and define the colors. And it is a combination, so 0 to 50 you can apply, 0 to 255 you can apply. This is RGB. But what happens is RGB colors will make your content so with solid color. That means anything behind you cannot see them, anything behind you cannot see them. To make it transparent, backgrounds I will tell you how to apply. Here you need to concentrate on color. To make it transparent, we have RGBA. RGBA is nothing but that is alpha channel. Alpha channel is, so that means red value, green value, and blue value. And alpha channel you can give from 0 to 1 only. You can give from 0 to 1. That means 0 0.5, 0 0.4, 0 0.9, and 1. From 0 to 1. That is transparency of color. Color transparency will be there. For example, so that means the best suitable here, suppose I'm giving some paragraph is there. And I will remove this borders and all, whatever I defined here. Okay, actually for the body, so for the body background, I have given an image, background image. Later we will learn background images detailing. Here temporarily same like border image, background image, some shoe.jpg. You can see the background image will come like this. How to repeat and all we will discuss. Actually, We have paragraph. If for paragraph, I given margin top as some 100 pixel. So paragraph margin top 100 pixel will come. And paragraph, so font size, some 24 pixel. Size will increase little bit. Okay. For paragraph background color. If I given RGB and I said some 200, so some 100 and 200 like this, then you can see the solid color will come. For paragraph, we give some padding and all something. Padding is 20 pixel. That is the padding. But this solid color will hide the image in the background. Then we can use RGBA. Now last value, you have to tell how much transparency, 0.4%. So that means you see now the transparent will be there. That means you see the background color is transparent so that I can see the image in the background. I will put 0.8. That means, so here less transparency. But you can see the image in the background. If I keep it 1, then it is solid. You cannot see the image in the background. We can keep a transparent color, so 0.9. Then it will give the transparency little bit so that you can see what is behind. 0.8, some more transparent. So if I give 0, I am decreasing that 0.3. Gradually, the transparency will be increasing. We can give the colors with transparency. For that, we have to use RGBA. So for colors, we have the color name, hexadecimal, RGB, RGBA. We also have the colors which can be applied. So by using color codes, so which already we learned hexadecimal, we have gradients also. Gradient is nothing but it is a combination of multiple colors you can apply. Multiple colors combination you can apply. Multiple colors. So that is what actually called as gradient. But for that gradient, you have to understand the background. So once you set background images and all, then you can apply the gradients. So how the gradient colors are used, how we can work with the gradients, and what are the units so of CSS, that we will see in our next session. Okay. So tomorrow, no session. Again, we will meet on Monday. And Monday session, we will discuss the other attributes, gradients, units, and how we can work with the other options like positions, display styles, height, width, so colors, backgrounds, and all. So alignments, indentations, all these. CSS have a lot of attributes to learn. So with that, we can create more effective designs. So that we will see in our next session. Okay, Monday we will continue with that. Okay, right.